Hi guys, how you doing? I know I haven't made a video for a long time. I'm really sorry, but I've just been really lazy. You know me, I'm a sort of major procrastinator. But anyway, I bought this machine the other day on eBay, obviously. So what's that? Right, okay, it's a Grundig TK148 automatic. There we go. And it's quite an unusual machine to the norm because it's actually got two speeds on it, 1 7/8 and 3 3/4. And anyway, the normal things have gone wrong with it. All the belts are knackered. The little roller has deteriorated into nothing, just disintegrated. And I was looking inside for the little roller pin, and there's a little tiny steel pin. And normally that is inside the machine when the roller crumbles. Well, guess what? It wasn't there. So I contacted the seller and he said, "Oh, is it this pin by any chance?" He found it on his carpet. I thought, "Oh, thank you so much. That's a real lifesaver because you just can't get those pins anywhere." So anyway, I'm waiting for new belts to arrive and a spare roller. So not a spare roller, a rubber roller. Because now I use these rubber rollers. They're about 10 quid each. They're not cheap, but it does the job. And another thing I found, now you know the little sponge thingy bobs there, the reel holders or reel retainers, whatever they're called. They always deteriorate, so I scraped it all off. It was powder everywhere. I had to use an air duster can to get rid of it all. But what I found, I buy a lot of vitamins. I try to keep young, you see. So I buy all these vitamins, and inside you always get these little foam pads to hold the. It's supposed to stop the shaking, I suppose, of the tablets jumping around. But guess what? These things, lucky I keep everything. Lucky I keep everything. Um, but guess what? Look at this. They're exactly the same size. Did you believe it? Look at that. Perfect. I mean, all right, very slightly out, very slightly, but God Almighty, look at that. So there we go. I'm going to glue these down. I think I'll use some of this instant bond adhesive. I don't know. I'll try that. Or some Evos. No, not Evos. What's the other stuff called? Yoo-hoo glue. That's it. Yoo-hoo glue seems to work on everything. It's quite a mild glue, that, so I might use that. But yeah. So there we go. I'm going to glue those in position and wait for the roller. Brand new belts. I've already tried the audio amp and it seems to work. The only thing I do need is a new handle because this little part came off apparently. This little part, that's one of the end caps for the handle. Now I might be able to use this on one of my other Grundig machines because one of them's missing. I'm not too concerned about a handle for this really, to be honest. So but if I do come across one, well, you know, they're all interchangeable, all these models, all these TK series. So what I might do is just see if I can find a scrappy machine somewhere, or if one of you guys have got a spare handle for Grundig TK series, please let me know or send it to me. I'll pay postage obviously. But yeah, it's a 4-track machine as well. Look at that. It's a 4-track. As I say, 2 speeds. I've never seen a Grundig with a Grundig TK series with 2 speeds before. So yeah, I snapped it up. Obviously it needs a lot of work inside. It was like, yeah, yuck. All that broken, deteriorated foam was everywhere. Oh, it's terrible. First thing I got rid of was that foam, and I had to use an air duster can on this as well. I need to polish it all up, all this and that. But yeah, and took all the grease off. Obviously, all the old grey grease. Wasn't it grey? Harvey, you're not colourblind. Come on, that yellowy grease, the orange yellowy grease. I've degreased it all. I can't take the top off at the moment because I'm holding the damn phone. But yeah, degreased it. I'm going to use that lithium grease again, like I always use, and lubricate all the moving parts. Oh, there's a little spongy thing there missing. I think the last time I used a bit of felt. I've got to find some really thin felt and stick it on there. It's for the heads. It does work without, but I'd rather use a tiny bit of foam. Not foam. Oh, Harvey, wake up. I didn't sleep properly last night, so please excuse me. Bit of felt. Very thin layer of felt I need. Tiny bit, just to stick on that little pad, that little ribbon there. It's like a little plastic ribbon that goes across. So yeah, you know, there we go. Another Grundig. I don't know, I've got this thing about bloody Grundigs. And I'm actually working on my best friend's brother who died machine. He's Grundig. He brought it back from Germany when he was in the army. And I've replaced the roller on that and the belts, whatever, that's all done. But the audio amp doesn't work, so obviously there's a few caps there, like the Fraco caps, which are over, 50 years old, need replacing, so I'm going to do that. So I've got so many machines. Look, that's the Tandberg, still there. 4 months now. Oh, come on, Harvey. That's the one that kept blowing fuses. So I've got all the components ready to go in. New Zener diode. What else? Oh, I've got other, what's it, a thermistor as well, needs replacing. I think that's what the main cause is, actually. It's got bad thermistor. There was a big chunk missing from it. So I think they're sort of like pop, something like that. So I've got some original Mullard thermistors for that, new old stock. So I've got to get round to that and get this off the damn workbench. I've got another Grundig to work on, a TK20. Oh my god, I've got so much work to do. And I'm such a procrastinator. Harvey, stop buying machines. God damn it. Anyway, anyway, so that's what I've been up to. Well, not doing much really. But there we go, there's new fuses over there ready for the Tandberg. Actually, I've got a 2 amp. Oh, there's a 3 amp fuse. You know why? I've got an Elizabethan machine and it's got a voltage change connection underneath the machine, and it should have a cap on it, because if you touch it by accident you're going to blow up. And someone bridged it with a piece of wire, which I don't like. So I'm going to stick one of those little mini fuses in. Stick a 3 amp in, that's the biggest one I've got there actually. So I'll bung in a 3 amp. So I'm going to take that piece of wire off. That is really cowboyish, putting a piece of wire across the 2 terminals on the fuse holder. Not good. But there we go, that's what I've been doing. So yeah, next installment I'll show this machine working. Alright then, bye for now. Talk to you later.